You're listening to the audio production of The Candidate by Lis Wiehl, published by Thomas Nelson and read by Devon O'Day.
The Candidate, a Newsmakers novel. Lis Wiehl with Sebastian Stewart. For Danny and Jacob, with unconditional love always and forever. Mom. Prologue. Celeste Pierce Ortiz winces as the needle slides into her forehead. She should be used to it. After all, she's been Botoxing for, 6 years now? Of course it's worth it, but there's just something about the first sight of that hypodermic that makes her afraid, just for a moment. Celeste is never afraid for more than a moment. Fear is for weak people, tragic little people. Lily taught her that and so much more. All done, Dr. Martin says, withdrawing the needle. Celeste looks out her dressing room window. The mansions of Pacific Heights march like gilded bullies down the hillside to the marina, the Presidio, and the waters of San Francisco Bay. Looming above the scene is the Golden Gate Bridge. This morning, the iconic orange span is shrouded by fingers of fog that creep up its foundation like the tentacles of some ghostly sea creature. Celeste loves the fog. It slinks in, silent and silvery, obscures things, hides them in plain sight. Under the cover of fog, all manner of deeds can be done, safe from prying eyes, and when the fog lifts, plans are in place and no one is the wiser. I don't think you need any filler touch-ups today, the doctor says. Celeste looks in the mirror, her face as smooth as a plate. No, I think we're fine, she agrees. She clasps the doctor's hand. Thank you, Philip. How's the family? She rarely gets into the whole family thing with employees. It can drag on forever. And does she really care that so-and-so's daughter made a goal at her last soccer game? But her dermatologist ranks right up there with her lawyer and her husband's top donors as people she needs. And the media, of course. But they're in a separate league, a big league, and they have to be cultivated and stroked and wooed and, yes, manipulated. Because no one gets to the White House without having the media in their corner. But you can't trust them. They can turn on you and start digging, rooting around in your darkest corners. They are dangerous. They have to be watched, like a hawk, like a hungry hawk. And if need be, stopped. By any means necessary. The doctor leaves and Celeste walks into her small private office adjoining the bedroom. She switches on the TV to GNN, her preferred cable news network. Newscaster Erica Sparks is on, delivering a special report on the thousands of earthquakes that have rattled states where fracking is used to extract gas. Celeste watches carefully. Sparks is good. Really good. Beautiful and charming, yes, but also serious and thorough, as well as powerful. She's host of the highest-rated news show in the country. As she watches, Celeste is intrigued by Erica. There's something in the newscaster's eyes that hints at hidden depths, at some secret she keeps from the world. What could it be? And could it possibly be used to the campaign's advantage? Celeste makes a mental note. It's time to begin investigating and wooing Erica Sparks. The latest polls are out today. Why hasn't Samantha called? Not a good sign. Celeste picks up her phone and dials her public office, which is in a separate wing of the mansion. I'm just on my way up with him, Samantha says preemptively. Celeste gets down on the floor and does a series of core strengthening exercises. Not that her core needs strengthening. It's steel. Always has been, hasn't it? She could have just coasted through life as the Princess on the Bay, as that story in Town and Country labeled her 2 decades ago, going to parties and benefits and sprinkling her vast inherited fortune on various worthy causes. That's what her mother wanted. Her silly, shallow socialite mother. How insulting. To Celeste. To all women. Of course, she ignored Mummy's wide-eyed admonitions. Celeste went to Stanford, and then Stanford Law, and then the Harvard B School, and then into international banking where, armed with her fluency in Mandarin and her friendship with Lily, she became Wall Street's go-to person for navigating the
Sample complete. Ready to continue?